do not follow a healthy lifestyle. Arpita Chakrabarti is going to speak to you on this. Well, let me introduce Arpita Chakrabarti, our resource person for today, to you all. Arpita Chakrabarti has specialized in family and child welfare. She is involved with Sanjeevani Trust as a senior program executive, coordinating the Hyderabad and Vishakhapatnam centers. She is also leading the Satori Project, a wellness initiative for cancer patients nationally. She has interned with Child Rights and You, CRY Kolkata, Dr. B. Barua Cancer Institute, Guwahati, Global Organization for Life Development, and she's also counseling at Munon, an initiative for COVID-19 by the government of Assam. A warm welcome to Arpita Chakrabarti. So I pass on this to you, and we are waiting for this interactive and interesting session. Yes, Arpita.
Hello, ma'am. A very good afternoon to you and all the participants present here. My name is Arpita and I'm working with Sanjeevani Life Beyond Cancer. So before we start today's PPT, today's PowerPoint presentation, I would like to introduce a little about my organization. So Sanjeevani Life Beyond Cancer is a non-profit organization founded by a senior bureaucrat, Mrs. Ruby Aluwalia. She herself was a triple negative stage 3 breast cancer survivor. She was diagnosed in the year 2009, and later in the year 2012, Sanjeevani Life Beyond Cancer was born. And right now, since its inception, we have enriched lives of more than 2.5 lakhs underprivileged cancer patients, and we are operational in 16 cities pan-India. I would just like to take the liberty of introducing about the flagship programs of our organization. So the first program which we do in every regional cancer hospitals wherever we are operational is known as the Cancer Yogi program. It is basically the counseling and hand-holding program with the cancer patients. The second program which we run is known as Satori. So Satori is a wellness initiative for the cancer patients where we work into their physical as well as their mental constructs, and we boost their immune system with the experts coming to our platform. And the third project which we are running is known as CanSarthi. It is a rehabilitation 4-month certificate course in oncological caregiving. So this program, the cancer survivors or their caregivers can do this 4 months course, and after completing this course successfully, they get employment opportunities in the field of cancer care. And the fourth program which we are doing pan India is known as Can Chetna. So Can Chetna is basically right now what we are doing. It is a awareness initiative by Sanjeevani, and due to COVID-19 we have started this program online. So these are the 4 flagship programs of Sanjeevani. Now, ma'am, with your due permission, I would like to start with the presentation. So the topic, I hope we all know that it is on cancer prevention and healthy lifestyle. We all know that cancer is a lifestyle disease. So we have to work on our lifestyle so that कैंसर जैसी बीमारी किसी भी इंसान को नहीं हो. So can we move to the 3 aspects of cancer? Can
Yeah.
we?
Yeah. Ravi, please change the slide.
Please go to the 3 aspects.
Three aspects you go to. Yeah.
Yeah. So today we are going to discuss about how we can reduce the probability of getting cancer. So see, in India, basically you will find 2 types of people. One who has already been diagnosed with the disease, and the other one who is, approaching very fast forward to get this disease into them. So we have to work on our lifestyle activities so that we can reduce its probability. है ना, because cancer is the second leading cause of death globally. So if we work into our lifestyle, if we see how we are how we are practicing our day-to-day activities, definitely we can reduce its probability. And the second aspect which we are going to discuss is early detection. See, a human body, our body tries to communicate with us in all the possible ways it can, but it is only us who used to say that I'm very busy with this sort of work, I'm very busy with that sort of work, I don't have time right now, I will go for a checkup after 1 week. So what we are doing, we are abusing ourselves, we are ignoring the signs and symptoms which our beautiful body is trying to communicate with us. So we have to keep a track on our body as well. And the third aspect which we are going to discuss today is how we can make a substantial difference in a person's life diagnosed with cancer. See, maybe in my family members or in my relatives or friend circle or neighborhood, there might be someone who has been diagnosed with this disease. So if I know someone, then how can I, as a caregiver, what will be my roles and responsibilities, what should I do and what should I not do? So we are also going to discuss about this. Now let us discuss about what is cancer. Moving further, so we all have heard about what is cancer, Hannah. In our lifetime we have heard about this disease. But let me tell you that a human body is made up of cells. Around 37.2 trillion cells are present in a human body. But are we aware of the fact that a human body also has cancer cells present in their body? That means I also have cancer cells present in my body right now. You also have cancer cells present in your body right now. Then why only some people are diagnosed with this disease and some are not? Definitely there is something wrong within my environment, within the system, within my system there is something wrong. That's why I have been diagnosed with this disease. So you can see the three contributing factors which we have mentioned over here. Number one is increase of toxicity. So the more toxic your body will become, there is a high chances of cancer cell thriving on your body, because cancer cell thrives upon the toxicity present in your body. So the more toxic your body will become, the more chances of cancer cell development becomes very, very high. So you have to keep a track whether your body is alkaline in nature or it is too much acidic in nature. Okay. Number two is low immunity. See, right now due to COVID-19 we all are looking like how we can boost our immunity. मान लो कि इम्यूनिटी एक हॉट टॉपिक बन चुका है, बट इम्यूनिटी हैज बीन प्लेइंग अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल सिंस वी हैव been in our mother's womb, right or wrong, है ना? So see, if your immunity is strong, then you can fight with any sort of diseases. But if your immunity is weak, plus your acidic level is also very, very high, then there is a high probability of you being diagnosed with not only cancer, but any sort of non-communicable diseases. And the third and the most important thing, the most, is the unhealthy lifestyle
नहीं
practice.
कर रही वो अपने आप फोकल हो गई पूरी
I would request the participants.
Students, please mute your audio. Students, mute your audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, ma'am.
Unhealthy lifestyle practices. For example, every individual has got their own lifestyle activities, hai ki nahi? Like whether you wake up early in the morning, whether you have healthy food, or you are too much into junk food, do you move your body, do you practice regular exercises, do you do yoga, pranayam, etc., or you are too much into practicing all sort of unhealthy activities like smoking, drinking, chewing tobacco, or you are thinking too much negatively. So all these are contributing factors of you being diagnosed with any sort of non-communicable diseases. Now moving further, I will be telling you about how you can boost your immunity, because see, everything will come again under immunity only. So now I will be discussing about how you can boost your immunity. So your immunity is dependent on three factors. Can we go to the next, please? Our immunity is dependent on three factors. Number one, can we go to the next, please? Okay, let me tell you that number one is nutrition. So when we talk about nutrition, we are talking about our food. So when we are talking about our food, we are also talking about four other aspects that will come under food. Let me go one by one. Number one is what food you are eating. आप क्या खाना खा रहे हो. Number two, at what time you are having your food. ओके किस समय पे आप अपना खाना खा रहे हो. नंबर थ्री, विथ व्हाट कॉम्बिनेशन यू आर हैविंग योर फूड. एंड नंबर फोर, विथ व्हाट फीलिंग यू आर हैविंग योर फूड. सो नाउ लेट अस गो one by one in detail. Okay, it will be very very helpful for you. So what you can do, no, the previous one please, the previous one. So when we are talking about food, so I have told you about all these four factors. So what you are eating is also very very important. Are you too much into unhealthy practices, or you are having healthy sort of foods? So this also becomes a contributing factors to boost your immunity. Okay, and when we are talking about with what feeling, so you might be thinking that ye ma'am kya baat kar rahi hai, feeling, how it is relevant even. You remember when we were in our school days, we used to do a gratitude prayer like bless us oh Lord and the food. So in that way a gratitude prayer. But right now when you are having your food, so in one hand is your mobile, and in the other hand you are having your food. So basically what you are doing, you are not at all concentrating on the food which you are having. You are not at all grateful to the food which you are having. Are we really grateful to our parents? Are we really grateful to the farmers? No, no. So we have to keep a track on this as well. Okay, and see, when we are talking about breathing pattern, see, oxygen is the biggest alkalizer. So when we are talking about breathing pattern, what you can do, you might say that ma'am I don't have time for myself. Okay, so what you can do, when you wake up in the morning, sit quietly for 5 to 10 minutes on your bed and just focus on your breathing pattern. So when you bring your concentration, when you bring your mind into your breathing pattern, your breath automatically becomes longer and deeper. And the more longer and deeper your breath will become, your body will be more oxygenated in nature, and it will make your body alkaline. So just devote only 5 to 10 minutes for yourself, because your health is your responsibility, hai ki nahi? So just focus on your breathing pattern and take long deep breath by sitting straight, hai na? So that your breath is, it is reaching all throughout of your body, and it is making your body alkaline in nature. Okay, and the third aspect is your thought process, how we are thinking. So are you always thinking something, everything you are taking in a very negative way? Maybe you are too much angry, or fear, anxiety, all these are negative emotions. So whenever you are too much angry, or you are too much fearful, then you just bring your concentration on your breathing pattern. Your breath automatically becomes shorter. आपने देखा होगा कोई बच्चा जब बहुत ज्यादा गुस्सा करता है, can that बच्चा take proper breath? No, na. So similarly it also happens with us. But we are so ignorant with the sign and symptom our body tries to communicate with us, that we do not even pay much attention into it. So what you can do, I will just share with you certain techniques on how you can manage all the negative emotions. Number one, you can do reverse counting. So whenever you are too much angry or you are sad, you can do reverse counting like 100, 99, 98, 97. If that becomes very easy for you, skip one numbers like 100, 98, 96 in that way. If that also becomes very easier for you, then you can go alphabetical order. Okay, so when you are going in an alphabetical order, so you can do reverse counting. Okay, so this is number one technique. Number two technique, what you can do, always try to keep a short diary with you. So whenever you are getting any sort of negative emotions, you can just write it down in a piece of paper, and after writing your thoughts, and according to your thoughts, what are your emotions, after writing it down in a piece of paper, you just try to tear that paper और उसको जला के फेंक दो. What you are doing, you are not suppressing the emotions. Rather than suppressing, you are releasing the emotions out of your body. So this is another thing. Number 3 technique, what you can practice. You can practice the role of a tape recorder. I hope you all know what is tape recorder is. So there is certain buttons like play button, pause button, stop, reward and forward. So our mind is very like it loves to travel in the past and in the future rather than staying in the present. Hai ki nahi? So whenever your mind is traveling to the past, you become sad. And when your mind is traveling into the future, anxiety, fear. So all these are what? All these are negative emotions. If it is happening, try to play the role of a tape recorder. Pause your mind over there, stop it over there, and then bring it into your present. And then you press the play button and just think whether it is happening with you right now. No, na. So in that way you can play with your mind. Okay. Number 4 technique, what you can do, that we call it as grounding technique. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 5 things, you are using your sensory organs. Okay. So 5 things, for example, you are very angry, so or you are very sad. What you can do, you can practice this grounding technique. 5 things you need to see with the help of your eyes. Whatever it is, it can be the color of your dress, it can be the color of your trees, anything it could be. 5 things you need to see with the help of your eyes. 4 things you need to touch. Skin. Okay, you are using your skin. 4 things you need to touch. Okay. 3 things you need to smell with the help of your nose. It can be anything. Maybe your mother is cooking, or it can be anything, any smell. Like बारिश हो रहा है, then उसका जो smell होता है. Okay, you can smell even that. So you are using your nose. 2 things you need to hear with the help of your ears. Anything, it can be the bell ringing, or it could be the dogs barking, or it could be the birds chirping, anything it can be. Okay. And 1 thing you need to taste. Okay, with the help of your tongue. So these are the 5 grounding techniques you can do whenever you have any sort of negative emotions. Why it is important, because the more you will be suppressing your negative emotion, it will create toxicity in your body, and the more toxic your body will become, cancer cells ko bada maza aayega to thrive upon that. That's why I'm again and again telling you, your health is your priority, it is your responsibility. You have to take care of your health. So these are the 3 factors on which your immunity is dependent primarily. And if you work on these 3 aspects, then definitely you will be having a very good lifestyle. Now, moving forward, we will be discussing about the signs and symptoms, the common signs and symptoms your body tries to communicate with you if there is something wrong happening within your system. You remember, I have told you already in the very beginning that our body tries to communicate with us, but we become so ignorant that we tend to say, no, I don't have time. So these are the 7 most common sign and symptom. Caution. Okay. So see, let us go one by one. C stands for change in the bowel or bladder habit. So every individual has got their own, bowel practice or, bladder habit. It is a very normal thing which everyone practicing. But if all of a sudden there is any sort of changes in the pattern which you have been following since long, for example, you have started, all of a sudden you have started constipating, या फिर diarrhea का problem हो जाना, you are unable to pass your stool properly, there is a discoloration of your stool, there could be rectal bleeding, okay, burning sensation, pain. So all these are something which is not okay. And if your body is trying to communicate with you any of this sign and symptom, never ever ignore it and immediately go and get a medical advice. A stands for a sore that does not heal. For example, if I got a cut over here, a wound over here, I have applied all sort of medicines, but it is not healing. Okay, and it is spreading all over my body. That means there is something wrong. That could be a probable sign and symptom for skin cancer as well. So attention is very much required, and we should immediately go and get a medical advice. Okay. U stands for unusual bleeding or discharge. So when we are talking about unusual bleeding or discharge, then it can be from any part of your body. It can be from your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, or any of your private parts. So if you have any sort of unusual bleeding or pus coming out of your body and it is persistent now, okay, even after taking medicine it is not healing and you don't even know why it is happening with you, then you should immediately run to a medical practitioner. You should go to a doctor and seek guidance from them. Okay. T stands for thickening or lump in the breast or elsewhere. So what you can do when you go to your washroom to take your shower, you can apply soap on your body or you can just put oil on your body and you just press all over your body and check whether there is any sort of lump formation or not. If there is any sort of lump formation, please remember, if there is any tumor, then the doctor might tell you after test and all that it can be a malignant tumor or it can be a benign tumor. So if the doctor tells you that it is a malignant tumor, that means it has cancer cells. Okay. And if it is a benign tumor, that means it does not have cancer cells. Okay. So you have to be very, very careful with that aspect as well. Okay. I stands for indigestion or difficulty in swallowing. So whatever food you are trying to have, you are unable to swallow it properly. You are not able to put it into your mouth. Burning sensation, pain, or you are unable to swallow. There could be some sort of lump formation on your throat. You can feel that. And for that, you are not able to pass whatever food you are trying to have it. Okay, that means there is something wrong. That could be a probable sign and symptom for esophageal cancer as well. Okay, and indigestion, hyperacidity. So you remember the food which we are having, from that we are not getting energy, but the food which we are digesting inside our system, from that only we get energy. So if your system is unable to digest, indigestion problem आपको बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है, then how come you are going to get energy? है कि नहीं? So you have to keep a track on this as well. And the people who used to suffer from hyperacidity, what you can do, just you can take 2 glasses of lukewarm water in an empty stomach early morning and try to vomit it out. So when you are, I know it is a little difficult, but if you can practice that, your acidity will come out of your vomiting. So this is a very good practice as well. Okay. O stands for obvious change in a wart or mole. See, every individual has got moles. I also have black spots in my body, red spots in my body. But the problem arises when it multiplies abnormally in your body. Okay, and the size and shape of your mole also enlarges. Okay, and there could be discharge like blood or pus coming out. So this is something which is not normal. That could be a probable sign and symptom for leukemia, blood cancer. So if it is happening, then never ever ignore the signs and symptoms and please go and get a medical advice. And when we talk about nagging cough or hoarseness, see, due to seasonal change or due to if you are working in a chemical industry or factory or you are residing in a highly polluted area, then it is very normal to get all these things. But even after taking medicine, it is not healing by itself and it is persistent. Okay, with your sputum, there could be blood discharge coming out of your sputum. Okay, there is change in your voice. You cannot speak properly. You cannot breathe properly. There is shallow breathing. So all these are sign and symptom for lung cancer probably. So if any of these 7 signs and symptoms are happening with your system, never ever ignore it. Please love yourself, love your body and never abuse your body. Okay, and never think agar mere sath ye sari cheeze ho raha hai, okay, that means I have got cancer. No, but the more you will be delaying it, the more you will be abusing it, the risk factor becomes very, very high. Okay, now moving forward, we will be discussing about the risk factors. So we all know that tobacco use, including cigarettes and smokeless tobacco, becomes a risk factor for cancer. But here I would just like to add one thing, that the moment you become self-determined yourself, then only you can reduce, you can, get rid of this bad habit. So we all know that smoking kills, it causes cancer, but still many of the population, they used to practice it. Therefore, I always tell people that unless and until you become self-determined, no one can change you. So every cancer hospital has a department of preventive oncology, or there is a tobacco cessation center. So if you want to get rid of it, then you can definitely go and have a consultation over there. And tobacco, alcohol use, the people who used to take 3 glasses of alcohol per day, that person falls into a high risk factor in osteoporosis,
Yeah.
liver cancer. So if anyone is practicing any of this, practices, then you should immediately try to look, how it can impact you as well as it can impact your future generation as well. Next, when we are talking about stress, see, stress are of 2 types. One is positive stress, which is known as eustress, and the other one is distress, which is a negative stress. So you remember I have shared certain techniques with you in the very beginning when you were, while we were discussing about the thought process. So whenever you are having stress, then there is certain hormone secretion happening within your system. And when those hormones are secreted within your system, then it produces a lot of energy. But that energy, if you are not utilizing at that point of time, what is happening? It is suppressing. Okay. And the moment it's suppressed, there is high level of toxicity producing within your system. So if it is happening, you should follow the techniques which I have already mentioned you before. Obesity and being overweight. See, every individual has got their own body mass index. For example, I am 25 years old, and according to my age and my height, which is 5 feet and 1 inch tall, so according to that, my weight should be around say 55, 56 kgs or so. But if it is exceeding to 95, 100, 85, that means I am following the path of an obese. Therefore, you have to look into your lifestyle practices as what food you are having. Okay, are you too much into unhealthy diet, or you are not moving your body or so you have to look into your lifestyle practices. Okay. And see, unhealthy diet with low fruit and vegetable intake. So fruits and vegetables are very much alkaline in nature. So here I would just like to add certain tips, immunity tips over here. What you can do when you wake up in the morning and your stomach is empty, you can prepare a glass of kadha for you. So when I'm telling about a glass of kadha, how do you prepare that? Okay, so you have to boil water. In that you can add ginger, mint leaves if possible, or tulsi leaves, and black pepper seed. Okay, give it a very good boil, and then you take it out in a container, and then you can add turmeric powder, you can add 1 tablespoon of honey, and you can squeeze lemon into it. Okay, and that glass of kadha, you can have it in an empty stomach. What it will do, it will detoxify, it will cleanse your system. Okay, so the initial cleansing is done. Okay, second, what you can do, between 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the noon, try to have only fruits, nothing else, only fruits. And how much fruits you are having? For example, I am 55 kgs, then according to my weight, I will multiply 10 grams. Okay, so that much of fruit we should have between 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. कोई आपको नहीं बोल रहा है कि एक ही टाइम पे आप पूरा का पूरा फल खा लो. You can eat banana, guava is very nice, papaya, all these fruits you can have, and all the seasonal fruits you can have. Okay, so between 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the noon, try to have only fruits. Why? Now let us come to the why. Because fruits are very easily digested. It will take a minimum of 20 minutes to digest. Okay, and it detoxifies our system. Therefore, having fruits in an empty stomach is very, very important. Okay, now let us come to the lunch. What you can do before having your lunch, try to have a glass full of green juice. Okay, if you can have that glass full of green juice, your immunity system will become very, very high. Okay, and try to have, when you are having your meal, 40% of raw vegetable try to have. Okay, and most of the Maharashtrian people I have seen, because when I was in Bombay, so I have seen that they used to have chawal and chapati both at the same time. Never do that. Okay, either चावल और either चपाती. दोपहर में अगर चावल तो सिर्फ चावल, रात को you can have chapati. Never mix the two. And The chapati, for example, that atta which we get, the gehu atta which we get from the market, it has gluten in it. So आप देखोगे जब आप आटा गूंदोगे ना, that it comes together. Why? Because it has gluten into it. So when you are having that atta, that chapati, then it will stick into your intestine, and which will rot within your system, and it will create acidity. Therefore you can have bajri ki roti, nachni ki roti, we all know about it, hai ki nahi? So you can practice all these things. Inadequate physical activity. So if you say that, ma'am, I don't have time for myself, only 10 minutes you take out time from your busy schedule. Early morning, wake up and you sit on your bed. First of all, for the first 5 minutes, you just focus on your breathing pattern. It will automatically become deeper and longer, and it will make your body alkaline. Second, what you can do, you can sit in a place quietly and do some neck movement, do some shoulder movement, wrist movement, all these things you can do. Third, what you can do, you don't need to go outside for a morning walk or something like that. You can take a morning walk in your own garden, but please remember, do not try to wear any shoes or chappals. Try to walk in barefoot. Why barefoot? Because the sole of your feet, it is connected, your whole body is connected to the sole of your feet. So when you are walking barefoot, then your reflex points are automatically getting pressed. Okay, so your reflexology is also happening at the same time. So you can practice this as well for a healthy lifestyle. And lack of sleep. So we used to say that sleep is very important, because our body used to work so much during the day, so it also needs some time to rest so that it can repair, है कि नहीं? So before 8 p.m. you should have your dinner and take a 2 hours gap, and then you go to your sleep. Okay, and before going to your sleep, you should cut off completely from your social media handles. Your mobile phone, your electronic devices should not be with you while you are sleeping. Okay, and for example, if anyone is suffering from insomnia or lack of sleep, what you can do, I will just try to show you one thing. So for example, this is my hand. For example, this is the point where we check our nerves. Okay, so these are the 4 fingers. What you can do, you can place in this way, make your left hand straight, and with these 4 fingers, try to place it here, and your thumb, where it will end, that point becomes your sleep point. So you can press that point if you are suffering from lack of sleep or something like that. And sexually transmitted human papilloma virus infection. So this is the main reason for women getting cervical cancer. For example, if someone has got multiple sexual partner, then it becomes very easy for this virus to get inside our system. Okay, now let us discuss about the most common types of cancer. So breast cancer, cervical cancer, oral cancer, lung cancer, and gastric cancer are the most common type of cancer. So when we talk about breast cancer, then never think that breast cancer means ये सिर्फ लड़कियों में ही होता है. Men also do get breast cancer. So you can see stressful routine and unhealthy lifestyle becomes a risk factor. Lower immunity is another. Early age of menarche. For example, the right age is between 12 to 14 years. But nowadays, ladies used to get their first periods at the age of 9 or 6, 7 years, which is not good at all. Okay, a women with no children. So these are the textbook things which the
Who is that student? Student, please. Hello. Mute your audio. Ravi, find out which student is that. I need to punish him. Please mute him. Yeah, please go on, ma'am. Sorry for the, yeah.
Yeah, so these are the things which a doctor tells. Okay, but the most important factor is, what is the stress. The more stress you will take, there is a high chance of you getting breast cancer. Okay, and the sign and symptom, you can see a lump within the breast or armpit. Okay, so what you can do, when you go to your washroom, just apply soap on your chest area Okay, and with the tip of this two finger you try to press it and just check whether there is any sort of lump or not. If it is so, do not ever ignore it. And what you can do, can we go to the breast self examination slide, uh, where we have the steps how you can do the breast self examination. So number one step is like, you need a mirror for this. So you have to raise your hand up
Prevention.
and you check your breast. Okay, you have to raise your hand up and you have to check your breast whether it is symmetrical or not. Okay, second, with your hand you have to press it firmly on your waist and you just move in a rightward direction and in a leftward direction and check whether there is any dimples or there is any skin changes or there is any puckering on the screen or skin or not. If it is so, we should never ignore. Okay, and then what you can do, you can press it all over your breast under your arms and you can check if there is any sort of lump formation or not. And thirdly, what you can do, you can squeeze your nipple and you just stretch it and leave it. Okay, and just check whether your nipple has come back to its original place or not, whether it is inverted or it is twisted or something like that, or maybe blood discharge or pus coming out. So if it is so and if it is persistent, never ever ignore it. And all these, number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, all these steps you can do it while placing a pillow under your head, and you repeat all these steps again while you are lying down. So this breast self examination is very very important once in every month, and girls can start it doing at the age of 20 itself. You can start doing it because your health is your responsibility, so you can keep a check on it. Okay, and when we are talking about the oral cancer, so people who used to smoke too much or into too much uh, alcohol use or tobacco, etc. So what you can do,
Yeah.
you can do two things for yourself. Number one, you need a torchlight and you need a torchlight and you need a mirror for it. So what you can do when we are talking about oral cancer, then it can be on your lips, under your lips, on your buccal. Okay, so you have to observe it very very nicely whether there is any sort of red color or white color patches formation in your oral cavity or not. If it is so, and even after rubbing with your hand finger it is not going, that means there is something wrong and you should immediately go and do a oral screening for yourself. Second, what you can do, all these 5 fingers, it is very important, you can bring all these 5 fingers together and try to put all these 5 fingers inside your mouth wide open. If you can insert all these fingers inside your mouth without any problem, without any irritation, that means it is all fine. But if there is some, you are not able to open your mouth properly, stretching problem, or there could be pain or burning sensation, that means there is something wrong. Okay, and we should immediately go and get a medical advice. Okay, when we are talking about cervical cancer is only for ladies. So for example, what are the risk factors? So you have to maintain hygiene of your private parts. That is number one. If you do not maintain hygiene of your private parts, then it becomes very very dangerous. Okay, number two, girls who used to get married at a very early age and used to conceive at a very early age, and cases of multiple pregnancies, so there is a particular time limit for it, a gap like 3 years or 4 years gap. But if it is happening, multiple pregnancies is happening with you, then that is something not okay, and we should immediately look into it, because this is your health and all these parts are very very sophisticated. It is very very sophisticated, है कि नहीं? And human papilloma virus infection, that I have already mentioned before. And and one of the another risk factor is not risk factor, another symptom I would say over here is unusual bleeding, unexpected weight loss, during the time of sexual intercourse, there could be bleeding problem. So all these are certain signs and symptoms for cervical cancer. If it is happening, then we should immediately go and get a medical advice. The next slide, can we go to the next please? Yeah, so you can see certain guidelines for cervical cancer. Women who are under, the age of 21 years, they should not be screened. But the women who are 21 or more than 21 up to 29 years, they should do, if they are getting any sort of signs and symptoms, then they should do a pap smear test or a Via-Vili test. They can do it. Okay. And the women who are, say, around from 30 years, they can do the human papilloma virus infection test as well. So these are certain tests you can do it for yourself. Okay. We will directly go to the do's and don'ts. Okay. So as I have already mentioned, that if you know someone who has been diagnosed with cancer, then what we can do and what we should not do as a caregiver. So let us discuss about that. So first of all, let them know that you care for them. Okay. Let them know that you care for them, because what do they want? They want someone who can understand them, who can listen to them, who can be their friend. Okay. Because if you go to a cancer hospital and if you talk to a patient, you will find there are many patients only because of this disease, their husband or their family member, isolate them. They used to say that you no longer can stay with us. So there are so many problems. Yeah, the do's and don'ts. So we have to become their friend first. Okay. Second, what we can do, involve that patient in the regular work projects and plans. Okay. So we all have heard about a term that an empty mind is a devil's workshop. Khali dimag shaitan ka ghar hota hai. So if I know someone who has been diagnosed with this disease, and if we completely isolate that person, that what that person will be thinking? That person will be thinking that ये मुझे ही क्यों हुआ है? Why God is so cruel upon me? Why only me? So many negative emotions. But as a caregiver, if I involve that person in the work projects and plans, then his or her mind will be engaged into something productive. है कि नहीं? So we can play that role as well. And you know what, most of the time uh, we always are in a mode of suggesting people, giving advice to people, but sometimes people, they do not ask all these things from us. They want someone who can listen to them actively, who can play the role of an active listener. So we have to play the role of an active listener if we know someone who has been diagnosed with cancer. Why? Because they need so many things to release from within whatever they have suppressed for so long. And when we are talking about don'ts, we should never be judgmental. Since we all are human beings, we do become judgmental at times. I am telling you right now that we should not become judgmental, but at times I also become judgmental. Okay. And what do I think? I used to think that I used to judge, but the moment I realize that I am judging someone, which is really bad, and at that point of time, if I rectify myself, that means yes, I am a true human being. Because you can never judge anyone that that person has been smoking for long and that's why he has got lung cancer or oral cancer. You cannot judge. Maybe his or her immune system is very weak. There could be some family cases. You never know the exact reason. So before judging someone, please, we have to think twice. Okay. And we should never assume that if someone has diagnosed with cancer, then that person can no longer do the regular work or no longer do their job. Because you can never ever imagine the willpower of a cancer patient. Their willpower is so strong. Okay. And we should always be very vocal about this illness, about this disease, because most of the time, due to lack of awareness, due to unawareness, people used to diagnose at the later phase of their life. And when doctors say that you only have 6 months in hand, therefore being vocal is very very important. And you know what, the last point is very important. We all know that cancer is a non communicable disease. If I eat something from a plate of a cancer patient, I am not going to get cancer. But if I myself, I am not well, I am suffering from any sort of viral fever or infection, never ever go and meet a cancer patient whose treatment is on. Why? You know why? Because the three most common treatments are surgery, radiation therapy, and the chemotherapy. When chemo goes inside a person's body, it kills their immune cells as well, it kills their good cells as well. So whenever you are not well, if you are suffering from any viral fever or infection, never ever go and meet a cancer patient, because you are making that patient even more weaker. Okay, so this is a very important point we all should keep in our mind. The next slide says that around 32.6 million 5-year cancer survivors worldwide are there, which, next please, which says that cancer is not a fatal disease if we work towards its early diagnosis, and if we start its treatment on time. Okay, and if we look into our lifestyle, because right now we all know that cancer is a lifestyle related disease. Okay, and the last and the most beautiful quotation by Stuart Scott is, you can beat cancer by how you live, why you live, and in the manner in which you live. So dear participants, this is only one life which Almighty has gifted to us. So we have to look into our lifestyle, we have to live our life very very wisely. And please remember, uh, when we are in a receiving mode, when we receive something from someone, we become very happy. But try and practice this: when you give someone something, you become even more happier. So live your life very very wisely, live it to the fullest, and be happy all the time. And if you are facing any sort of difficulty or problem, share it, do not suppress it. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Arpita, for that informative session. We got to know a lot about do's and don'ts when it comes to cancer prevention. And I don't think we would have heard of all those that you have shared with us in detail anywhere. So one of our professor, Aparna, she will be giving you the vote of thanks. And I would like to schedule more such session with you, maybe in person once the lockdown is lifted. It was a very, very informative session, and I did enjoy right from the beginning till the end. Thank you for your time and for all those information. Over to Aparna.
A lovely and warm evening to our most valued and worthy speaker, our principal ma'am, management committee, respected teachers, and my beloved friends. It's a matter of pride for me that I am proposing a vote of thanks for this meeting. I, Professor Aparna Ghadi, on behalf of Ghanshyamdas Jalan College, would like to propose a vote of thanks to our speaker, Ms. Arpita Chakraborty from Sanjeevani Trust. Thank you, Ms. Arpita, for an enlightening and entertaining presentation on the right way to maintain healthy lifestyle and prevention of cancer. I also would like to show my gratitude to our director and in-charge principal, Dr. Rajeshwari Ravi, for taking the initiative of hosting and organizing this wonderful webinar. Thanks to all the dear participants for attending this webinar. With this, I declare we are ended with this session.
Just a second, all the participants who have attended the session, and for Arpita has given us a brilliant and very important information. So I want all students to follow the kind of healthy lifestyle according to her, how she defined, to ensure that none of us get affected with cancer in future. And also at the same time, if at all anyone in your family or any of your friends do suffer from cancer too, how we need to treat them and the do's and don'ts. I hope students, you will follow this in your life in future. Thank you so much, Arpita, for your valuable time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.